Yo, what's up, guys? It's Billy Hauser. I just wanted to make a quick video on one viewpoint of success and a really cool phrase that you can kind of repeat to yourself on the path to success that really stood out to me this morning. And the phrase that stood out to me this morning is short and sweet, and it's Spartans stand alone. Right? It's 3 words. It's simple. It's easy to remember. Spartans stand alone. Now, I think there's 2 viewpoints of success, right? One viewpoint is more passive and the other is more aggressive. The passive viewpoint is more like, those who believe in the pull of success. Like, you're born with these natural skills and talents and abilities, and you'll just naturally gravitate towards the things that align with that. And success is about being in unison with that, with your natural skills and abilities. The other aggressive viewpoint is more like a push rather than a pull. Whereas in the passive viewpoint, you feel drawn to certain things. The aggressive viewpoint, you're pushing through the universe. You're forcing yourself into certain things. And, there's lots of different viewpoints on what path to success, passive or aggressive, is really best for you. But I take more of the aggressive approach. And this phrase, Spartans stand alone, is something for those of you who are taking more of that aggressive path in life, that push. It's a phrase that you can almost befriend and kind of bring close to you at integral points, kind of on this path to success, the aggressive path. So what does it mean to stand alone, and what really is a Spartan? A Spartan is someone who fights not only for their team, but also for, survival, right? If you take more of an aggressive viewpoint towards success, you can almost look at it as a war, or like a war with tons of battles, right? Little battles, and then the overall war. And that's definitely a competitive and for some people very motivating and empowering viewpoint of how success really happens. So Spartans stand alone is something to hold close to you, right? Because in order to be on this aggressive path, you have to be vulnerable, right? And let me explain real quick. There's kind of 2 definitions of vulnerable. And a lot of people take more of the negative definition and think of that as the definition of vulnerable rather than the positive definition. So the negative definition of vulnerable is what we most think of it as, exposing a weakness, being vulnerable about a chink in your armor, and exposing something about yourself that may be embarrassing. The other more positive definition of vulnerability is opening something up to criticism, right? And this is the more positive approach, because if you're opening yourself up to criticism, it means that you're being vulnerable about possibly one of your goals. And if you are taking more of that aggressive stance to success, you're gonna have to speak your goals out into the world at some point. And you're opening yourself up to criticism as soon as you do that. 9 out of 10 people don't speak their goals out into the world because they don't have any goals. 9 out of 10 people. So if you're 1 out of 10 that speaks out your goals and believes you can actually achieve those goals, you're gonna open yourself up to criticism. But in doing that, you're being positively vulnerable by exposing what you really want out of life, or out of this year, or out of the next 6 months, or whatever. And that's really important on your path to success, to just open up and to be positively vulnerable about what it is you want to achieve, and to be okay to the criticism that comes with it. I watched an interview with P. Diddy not too long ago, and he was talking about how he thinks one of his main tenets of success was his ability to be okay with being looked at as crazy. He was raised by a single mom, completely broke, and the projects, and he was crazy. He was literally looked at as crazy when he told his friends being vulnerable, opening himself up to the fact that he wanted to be an extremely successful entrepreneur and musician. And, he stood alone for a lot of the beginning of his path to success. And if you really look at a lot of the more successful people in this world, a lot of them did go through a period of standing alone with their dreams and holding their dreams close to them. And that's why, if you are a Spartan, if you want to go out into the world and dent the universe, right, and push through with intensity and force on exactly what you want out of life, you have to be okay with standing alone at some point. You have to form your own opinions about your own skills and abilities. You have to trust yourself. And that's why it's okay to stand alone with some of your viewpoints. It's also okay to stand alone with your goals. And it's also incredibly important to stand alone, in regards to the people that put those goals down. It's very important because people project their insecurities onto others. Because someone gave up on their own dreams or goals, they're going to try and make you give up on yours, because nobody wants to feel like they didn't reach their full potential in life. And the more people that are reaching their full potential and that person is staying down here and everyone's raising up, the more depressed they're going to be, and the more they're going to realize that they're not reaching their full potential. So let's stand alone. Let's stand alone more. Let's hold our goals close to us. Let's really become them. Let's express them to the world, and let's be the positive change that you'd want to see in the world. Let's be that change. And I guarantee that success in some form over time, if you're consistent enough and you put attention on those goals and you speak them out and you emotionalize them and you really absorb them into your DNA, that at some point you're going to start believing yourself, and you're going to stop worrying about the good opinion of others. Goop, G-O-O-P, the good opinion of people. So let's become independent. Let's really hold what we know we're capable of close to us, right? You can improve at anything. If you're naturally skilled at all at something, and you take the right mindset and you put in the right work, you can do anything. I really believe that. I think everyone's a genius at something, and I think everyone has limited themselves in some way from fully exposing that genius, that inner genius. So look back over your life, okay? Look back over your life and really think deeply about where you had the most skills growing up. Where did you have the most skills? In what area? Where did you have the most fun? Where did you feel the most in the moment? Where did you feel the most immersed? Think through that deeply. Sift through it, and pull out little pieces of who you really are and what your strengths really are. Because nobody else can do that kind of internal work. And it's those who reflect that make the most improvement in life, right? And it's all on you. So let's stand alone from the people who are going to try and defer us away from our goals. Let's stand alone a little bit more when it comes to making decisions having to do with our full potential. And let's be very, very aware of where people are pushing against us, right? In the opposite direction. We're pushing this way and they're either pulling us back or pushing the opposite way. Because those are the people that you need to stand alone from. All right. Good luck, everyone. Have a great day. Make sure you comment, subscribe, and interact, and let me know which kind of topics you'd want me to talk about next. And definitely check out my podcast, Satori Mode, Satori Mode, Mode. And I'll keep releasing some videos, but definitely leave a comment, and I'd appreciate it. All right, have a great day, guys.